out of ground? Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Is there a ground shark? Dude, if that existed.
The ground shark in D&D is actually a real thing.
What?
They're called Gila.
They swim underground.
I mean, kind of. Come here, I'll show you.
They swim under the ground. No, they actually oh.
Gila.
I look like those basically
Yeah, no, basically a,
they look like those they look exactly like that.
yeah.
Giant, have tails.
I don't play well, I mean, I can, but I don't have any money and I can't buy it.
You have an Xbox, right?
No, I have a PS3.
I am on PS3.
PS5 is coming out this year.
Hey,
They've taken their sweet, sweet time.
you know, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see these. What are these? Are there ant people?
You know the PS4 came out in 2000 and, wait, I forget.
2014 or 2013.
2013, yeah. Pretty sure. Wait,
There's ant people.
huh? Yeah. They're actually more like natural people, though.
They look like ants. Oh, mimics. I wonder.
It's a type of creature that seduces you. And then
Oh, are they big? Arrow. There's another. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, it's a big one. Ooh, here's the fire.
I know, but I should have only 70 right now, but, I got the boon of 40 people last quarter by the rate, which doubled my hit points.
Oh.
It doubled. I'm pretty sure.
Look, there it is.
Because at the time it was 60, I had 60 hit points, and then it gave me another 40 hit points.
Yeah, I was not aware that.
And that was like level 8, and now I'm level 11, so now I have 140. Because of other stuff.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Earth, water, fire and water.
Fire.
Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water.
The four nations. There's the fire nation out there.
Fire nation.
Killed the air people, then they got frozen. Then these guys ganged up, but then they were losing because there's a lot of these guys.
And then the Avatar came.
This guy came, and then
Destroyed them.
wait, no, I didn't describe that good.
Yes, you basically.
No, I need tinier ones.
I need smaller ones.
Earth. So this is Earth. I like the water one because it's just a giant hand.
Basically, yeah.
That's all it looks. It's
They
all
look a medium fire.
Pretty.
pathetic.
Growing facial hair.
Look. A gelatinous thing I showed $6.
Okay. You need a
Is there
haircut?
something inside? Yeah, look, there's something inside.
Why don't you go to a barber?
Yeah, I think you could open it and close it.
Gloves
It
is
looks like
coffee
there's
glasses, just very faint.
trash going in, so it seems
Go to a barber, Brady. Go to a barber.
Open up over here.
another
find out how
minute or
many hit
two
points
to
you gained at level 2.
get here.
And then at level 3, you roll 3 of your hit dice to figure
That's
out how many.
many.
So like you gotta add your Constitution modifier or whatever. That's
Sure.
what I'm. You gain a level, you gain 1 additional hit dice. Roll that hit dice, Constitution, total maximum. What's the point of gaining an additional hit die every time you level up if you only roll 1 of them at a time?
You can roll up to
The ogre
your
looking
max
for
hit die when you finish a short rest and recover that much health.
Right. So like, let's say that you had a number of encounters that were pretty weighty, and you couldn't take a long rest yet. You could take a short rest, and you could say, well, I'm 5th level, so I have 5d8. I'm going to spend 2d8 to get hit points back in the short rest. Then I have 3d8 left, and when you take another short rest, you can say, well, I'm only going to spend 1d8. And then you get a third short rest and go, okay, good, I'm going to use the last 2d8
So the number of hit dice that you have is for regaining hit points only,
on short rest.
but not for determining how many hit points you gain every level.
The only time that your hit dice are calculated, so if you get another level, you get to roll one of those hit dice
Right.
and
One-
add your Constitution modifier.
But just
or-
one of them, but not all of them.
Right.
Got it.
Or you can take the average.
Yeah, 5.
Right.
Which is usually like 1 higher what than half would be.
Never mind. I've just been confused.
Yeah, it's like, hold on.
Any?
Before level 11, Power Kill, 9th level spell, immediately kills anyone under 100 health. At level 11, you should not just be like, oh no, lich!
Yeah, the rest of the time, the only reason for looking at hit dice is for figuring out, like if you're a cleric, you know, what's its challenge rating, how many hit dice does it have, or if you're a wizard or a sorcerer and you're casting, you know, sleep. But beyond that,
Or a level 9 spell I'm gonna get later, where the material component is equal to, I think it was
What's that spell
100
you
gold
cast?
times the amount of
So like the basically
hit dice of the, or more of the target.
Pretty much a witch spell. I would have.
It's a spell that instantly
Can you-
destroys the
Can you
target
look for the title, please?
Huh?
for,
you know, we're not really
Whatever.
doing anything with
as
that
long
yet, so I'm
as
just
you
not gonna bother.
Can you look
decide,
for the title on
Because I've been handing them out,
Oh,
but
sorry.
like,
I
one
just said on my
way that can be released, that is
I'll find it
even
later.
theoretically
Actually, ask him if
possible.
he has the card.
If I could be like,
That solves that problem.
prison for 50,000 years, because at the end of those 50,000 years, they will be free. And if I do that to, let's say, something huge, I'll have to be like, alright, so 100 gold times, let's see, maybe 42 hit dice is 4,200 gold for this one component. I need 6 of those.
That chest a mimic. That chest a mimic. I'm calling it this time.
Which part?
It's not. I'm gonna.
the door is a mimic.
The whole room's a mimic.
Where are you?
The walls are not. The walls are
Yeah, I saw an interesting idea where someone was gonna make the entire dungeon a mimic, and it was up to the players to figure it out.
Oh, jeez. That just seems cruel.
Probably is. What? Beginner's handbook.
Do I have it? Player's handbook? Yeah. I'm using it right now.
Alright.
Dungeon of the Mad Mage, streamed live from Going Gaming in Troutdale, Oregon. We are a small gaming shop in Troutdale, and the COVID has put a damper on a lot of our fun and good times, but we are back up and running. If you are so inclined, there is a tile. If you scroll down in Twitch, you'll see a tile there for Help Save Going Gaming. Anything that you would be willing to donate, we very much appreciate. There's also a tile there for TNC, that would be Talon and Claw, and they are makers of beautiful wood-crafted DM screens and dice vaults and trays. And we have a deal with them that if you go to their Etsy store and you use the code GOINGAMING in all capital letters, they will give you 10% off of your purchase, and in turn they will kick us back 10%. So go check out their store. I'm sure you'll find something that you'll love. Where we left off last week, you guys had boarded the eye catcher with Zardoz Zord, and it wasn't too long that you figured out that Zardoz is actually Jarlaxle Banray in disguise.
Woo!
And attached beneath the eye catcher, Jarlaxle has a submarine called the Scarlet Marpanoff. And he requested your assistance in going to an underwater lair that he is sure is full of treasure. And so, you guys boarded and left on the eye catcher, and after about a day or so, arrived at your location, and you were immediately set upon by a group of Salhagan. Sahuagin? Whatever.
Murlocs.
Murlocs, yes.
Fish people.
Fish people. And a couple of them, one was a priestess and there was a baron, and they were beefier than the rest. And so now you are set to board the Marpanoff and go below the surface.
Heck yeah.
So my first question, is there anything that you want to do before you
Do you want to borrow this?
board the submarine and go to the bottom of the sea to where everybody's going to die?
Wait a minute.
Can I, as a regular cast, wear Rary's telepathic bond?
Sure. Who are you bonding with?
Everyone. Forge a telepathic link among up to 8 willing creatures of their choice within range. Telepathically linking creatures or concentration. Pretty sure none of us have intelligence 2 or less.
Okay.
Kills villains for an hour. Targets can communicate telepathically through the bond, whether or not they have a common language, possible over any distance, so they can't detect other players.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem.
Very nice. It's not concentration either.
Right, and so everybody is going to be telepathically linked to them.
For an hour.
For how long?
Hour.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else want to do anything before boarding the submarine?
The Twinkle Blessing is going to be an ongoing water breathing.
Yep. Yeah, so you have water breathing and swimming, I believe.
Right.
Now have improved Divine Smite.
Yeah, and that was the other thing that happened last session. You all gained a level.
Exactly. On that note,
So what level are you guys now? 13?
11.
11?
You thought we were 10.
During the day that they were journeying to this place, Telfar found a hand drum
in the hold of Jarlax's ship while he was snooping around, checking things out, helping himself to,
I'm sure you did.
swirly little nooks and corners that he's not supposed to be in. But for some reason, this old stretched hand drum seems to speak to him.
Mm-hmm.
And after that encounter where Jarlaxle praised his skills of mockery and imitation, and after all this time practicing the stilts and the acrobatics, he's starting to think maybe, just maybe, some people might find him entertaining.
Okay, so you're doing a level apart?
He feels like he can, I don't know, somehow concentrate a little bit better when he's tapping out a little rhythm on this hand drum. Just kind of, just kind of a, sort of.
Wow, that's not real.
It just happens to, he feels it. He's feeling the magic.
Okay.
Yeah, he got himself a little drum.
Are you leveled up?
Yeah, I'm just reading. I got it improved to -9.
Nice.
So every time I hit, I just immediately have an extra D8 on it. So
Right.
plus
I took
if add
message, minor illusion, comprehend languages, and charm person for my bard spells. Not
Those are
performance oriented, but something I thought would help me.
those
with
are always
my-
good spells. But when I play bards and rogues almost exclusively, I generally have tended that out of all the spells that I get to pick, I always pick a cure wounds.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I'm still stocked up on
But that's mostly good.
wands right now. as
That's
far
true.
as
You've
my-
got a lot of ones. The only reason why I do that is because the group that I tend to play with, they tend to lead with their chin.
We got healers going on.
That's true.
up
You
in
do have
here.
some healers, and you guys haven't really needed too
I
much.
mean, Cleric.
Yeah,
I don't need
that's
it.
true.
I can also,
I got wands.
Yeah, and lay on hands and
Yeah.
yeah.
not the best, but it's
So
still.
I went with stuff that would help me, I don't know, speak covertly and deceive people and
That works.
thiefy things, not necessarily group buffs or inspiration or anything.
Well,
yet.
you
He's
always.
a bad bard.
you
He's not
should-
very good yet.
Well, you should still. Don't you get? Do you get bardic inspiration for someone?
I do.
Yeah. So there's that. I mean, that's about.
That's true. Yeah. Forgot about that.
That's. I don't know if it happens at first level, but I know that sooner or later, bards get to in 5th edition. They can actually inspire themselves,
Ooh.
which I think is a little weird. I'm gonna sing a song to myself.
They give themselves a pep talk.
Yeah, give myself a pep talk.
Look at the mirror, flex
Yeah.
a little bit, like, you got
Yeah.
this.
People like me.
Oh,
Oh. What's the
So-
bardic inspiration do again? It's a D4 to what?
Any ability check, attack roll, or saving throw.
Like
So
guidance
basically
thing?
any roll.
Pretty much, yeah. They get to add a D4 to anything. That also applies, oddly enough, it would apply to a death save.
Because that is a saving throw,
It
right?
is a saving. You just don't get to add anything. But then also, like, if you are within, 10 feet or 5 feet of a paladin, and I think you get to add their charisma modifier to anything you roll, or to any saving throw.
Oh,
So
no.
that counts for death saves too.
I'm actually on.
I think that covers about all my
No,
pre-adventure
you make a saving
stuff.
throw and you get the bonus of the save and roll equal to the charisma modifier.
No. Your aura allows other people to add your charisma modifier to their saving throw.
Oh,
Protection aura.
well, the 18 that increases to 30 feet.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask, how
Yes.
is my ogre looking?
He's coming along. He is big. There's a lot of real estate. So it's taking me a little bit of time to pay him. So he's coming. He is coming. So that's weird. No Carl. Anyway.
Suppose this man would have to have a steel cage or what's the word?
A steel cage?
I think it was
tiny silver cage?
Yes, a tiny silver cage.
Large stone. Paladin.
Oh, you just put a goblin in it too.
No.
Doesn't have to be a goblin.
A tiny silver cage.
Oh, elemental weapons.
Put him in brass sleeves.
So he does have a small bird cage.
Even an Imperial recruiter. No,
So I guess that would count as tiny.
you can just get red sleeves.
That's an enforceable component, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, he will gladly donate the tiny silver cage to your cause.
Now I can track humanoid souls.
Oh, yay! Is there anything you wanted to do before you go below?
Be afraid.
Be afraid.
He's afraid of water, going underwater.
Yeah.
How big is this
Physical
submarine?
ground.
It's not. I mean, it's cramped, but it's not small. It has 2 decks. The foredeck on the lower deck is the bridge where 3 gnomes operate the controls. And on the upper deck of just above the bridge, there is a catwalk with a seating area with 2 chairs. And it is surrounded by an ornate wrought iron railing. And there's 2 chairs there for observing out these large glass bubbles in the front. It has a crew. Oddly enough, they don't tell you what the crew is, but there are several rock gnomes and several drow. So there's at least there's at least 8 rock gnomes as far as the crew goes, and they swap out. And there is 4 drow in addition to Jarlax. So, and then there's you guys. So, I mean, this is not a small vessel, and it is shaped like a manta ray. And the eyes of the manta ray are these 2 big glass globes.
Sick with it.
You what?
I said sick with it.
Yes. So you climb down into the Marpanoth and cast off. And this, you are out. So about 2 miles from where the eye catcher is, you can see a small rocky island. And from this distance, even with an eyeglass, all you can see as far as vegetation on the island is some scrub grass and maybe a couple of trees. The channel that you're in, when you drop down and the Marpanoth lets go of the bottom of the eye catcher, you can't see the bottom. It's deep. And one of the rock gnomes, there's a wheel, and there is a glass window that a rope is going through a tube, and the rope has knots in it, and the rock gnome is wheeling this, and it's just dropping down, and he goes all the way down, and he gets to the end of the rope, and he says, we hit maximum depth of 200 fathoms. And then he starts the process of wheeling this thing back up. And Jarlaxle says, well, did it touch bottom? And he says, I don't feel any drag. So you're going down a long ways.
Well, Telbar has been chitter-chattering at Jarlaxle the whole time. Wants to show him his brand new cologne that he just got up in Waterdeep and recommends it. Look, I got it from this little shop down by the blah, blah, blah district. And oh, this is really pleasing. I can't recommend this cologne enough. They have all kinds of things in there for you. I'm a gentleman of your discerning tastes, Mr. Jarlaxle.
Are you just trying to annoy him?
No, he's being friendly. It's what he does. He's a talkative little halfling.
So, the Marpanoff is going deeper and deeper and deeper, and Jarlaxle reaches over and throws a couple of toggle switches on this brass console, and external lights light up around the windows so that you can see because it's getting dark down here, and you can start to see ship's masts and rigging from shipwrecks that are laying on the floor. And it's not too long that you get down and you can see that there are, 30 some odd shipwrecks in this area. And they're all fairly close to one another. The furthest shipwreck out is maybe a half mile out. So there's like this half a mile radius of just sunken ships. Everybody make a perception check.
I'm good at that.
That's pretty good.
14.
Telfar says, ooh, I see a jellyfish! Look at the jellyfish! Look at the jellyfish!
She got like a 5, I'm guessing.
No,
4.
that was me.
Yeah, I got 4.
I'll give you 10 platinum pieces if you touch that jellyfish.
He's being.
What'd you get?
He's being not
Not
observant
25.
and not going.
You got a 25? Wow. Okay, so yeah, that's what
You
did
can
Rick
taste
get?
the air.
And cancel.
That is a very nice looking jellyfish.
Isn't that big jellyfish?
So on your 25, so on your 15, there really is a jellyfish. And it's not the small one that Telfar and Cancel are looking at. You see one that is about the size of this room and has tentacles coming off of the bottom of it that go off to a distance that you can't see. But to let you know, this thing has like a 30-foot reach.
I'll give you 100 platinum pieces if you touch that.
Touch what? Holy moly!
And the middle of it has like little twinkling lights in the middle of this jellyfish.
By the power of time, Mora, would you look at that thing?
So, we're deep,
saw that on
and
his
it's
what?
dark, and they like to
He saw that
and
on
it's
15.
dark.
On your 25, you immediately notice that all of these shipwrecks are sitting like this on the bottom,
Snapped in half?
snapped in half in the middle.
Oh, that's bad.
So I can very safely assume that there's a kraken in these waters.
Or something.
Something with the power to snap a ship in half.
Yeah, that's
Like
the
a
main
very
attack
big
of a kraken when
seahorse.
attacking a ship.
Thrick, you look up and you can see way up to the top, and you can see a little bit of light from the surface, and you notice that above you the water is churning. Like there might be a squall going on up on the surface. When you guys climbed down into the Marpanoth and started your journey, it was sunny skies.
Yeah, there's a kraken. There's a kraken.
It's a friendly kraken.
It's your friendly.
Grumpy mermaid.
Why do
It's grumpy mermaids.
humanoids assume that krakens are mean?
We have a bad reputation.
For like
Very bad
destroying
reputation.
Stereotypes exist for a reason.